All right, it's time for bombastic plastic.
Bombastic.
Okay, this week for bombastic plastic, we're going to show off the 3 CD reissue of Voivod's '84 classic War and Pain. This came out in 2004, and I bought it in a matter of minutes. Looking back at some of the punters throwing their hat into the mid-'80s thrash metal raffle, some were clearly more evolved than others. Some of them were already aping the emerging Big Four. But with the possible exception of Celtic Frost, no band was more committed to their own creative devices than Voivod. They were the wild turkey, charging a brigade of hunters armed with nothing but talons and a beak. They were the kid in science class, shattering bananas with liquid nitrogen, while the rest of us could barely turn on a Bunsen burner.
Utterly dedicated to their interplanetary war-plundering cyberpunk concepts and refusing to be held back by the musical limitations, or for that matter, the English language. Voivod's War and Pain glows with mad scientist ambition right down to Away's iconic do-it-yourself artwork. Despite being a Metal Massacre alumni, this is the only Voivod album released on Metal Blade, and it's a rough ride. Nearly every track launches with a few tappity taps from Away's blocky-sounding kit before ripping into some awkward thrashy gallop. The lyrics are infinitely charming. See Iron Gang. We're always going fast when it's time to make it high. Don't listen to this scrap. Tonight you're gonna fight.
What?
And the performances are gloriously unhinged. Suck your bone and live for violence. Lead the charge with the fractal guitar angles, screechy bass stabs, and Piggy's trademark skronk chaos already taking shape. Let's play a song. This is Iron Gang.
You can hear the discharge and venom kernels in Voivod's early firmament, sure, but there's a whiff of Sabbath, too, lurking in the intro to the title track. Overall, War and Pain is more groundbreaking than it is memorable, but it's impossible to resist its pure, punked-up, cliche-free metalness. The Iron Gang had arrived. Now let's talk about the bonus material on this. That's what elevates this to must-have territory. CD2 features the complete Anachronism live demo from '83. Snake's vocals have this early garage black metal rasp. The drums sound like truck tires hitting potholes, and Piggy is just tearing it the fuck up the whole time. There are about 74 covers on the original cassette. Sadly, they're not included here, but I highly recommend tracking them down on YouTube because you're talking covers from Budgie, Tank, Priest, and Sweet Savage, among others, all filtered through the glorious racket of pre-literate Voivod.
Even better, CD3 has a second live set just 1 year later, and it's already wall-to-wall originals. They're test driving the raw material 2 years before that album would drop, and it's nuts. If you thought Korgel the Exterminator or Ripping Headaches were a rough hewn on the album, wait till you hear these unholy beta versions. Piggy's rhythm tone sounds like a 70s Volare with holes in the muffler. Away somehow keeps the whole thing from collapsing, barely, blasting to a crowd of 19 people, including bartenders. If you're the kind of lunatic who wants 4 versions of The Blower recorded before 1984, this reissue is for you. And if you're not that kind of lunatic, you will be by the time this set's done with you.
Okay, let's play Condemned to the Gallows.
This is the Snaggletooth Extreme Metal Podcast.